Hello, all my dear Taurian friends. This is Maxine Taylor, and I have a beautiful forecast for you that I know you're going to enjoy. So let's jump in. Um, First of all, I want to start with Venus. Venus rules Taurus, and Venus is the lesser benefic. It's beauty, it's money, it's music, it's art. That is why it is considered the lesser benefic. Jupiter, and we'll talk about that in a minute, is the greater benefic. And it is expansion and truth and love and money. So I'm getting ahead of myself, but I have a lovely forecast for you. So let's start with Venus, the pink planet. It's in your 12th house of the subconscious. And so your dreams are probably filled with love. Venus rules Taurus, and so it's very powerful. Um, all the time, wherever it is in your chart. And Venus says, leave me alone. I want to be alone until, let me just check this out, until the 6th. And on the 6th, it moves into your first house. And you're singing West Side Story, I Feel Pretty. Venus beautifies whatever house it is in. Venus adds love to whatever house it is in. And in the first house, it is time for you to love you by giving yourself what you would like. And I don't mean going off track. I mean loving you enough to put your attention on you. Um, Beautify yourself. Perfect time. The first house is the physical body. Lovely. So if you're feeling really good about yourself, stay away from people who don't encourage it. Okay? Hang around with people who say, you look terrific. What have you done? And all you have to say, well, they'd have to study astrology for you to say it, but all you have to say is, I have Venus in my first house. I love me. Okay. Second house is your house in the natural zodiac. It is filled with beautiful planets. First of all, Jupiter, the greater benefic, expands whatever it touches. It's in the second house of money. Invest your monies, receive gifts openly, beautifully, thankfully, because Jupiter will expand your income until the 9th, when it moves into your third house of ideas and gives you all kinds of terrific ideas. This is an indication, Jupiter in the third, of wanting to take short trips. Okay, take short trips. This is you writing the world's greatest book, too, third house. So share ideas, whether on a podcast or through a book you might be writing, or speaking with siblings. In other words, communicate. All righty. Now, the sun is the center of our life. It is the yellow planet. It starts off in the second house of money. Once again, the second indicator of money for you. Um, and as I mentioned, the sun is the center of our world. So when you see the money and talk about it and think about it and put your attention on it, guess what? You get more of it. And Mercury, which uh, normally rules communication, correspondence, and transportation, short trips. It's in your second house of money. And this means you're thinking about money. And when you think about money, you create it. This is wonderful. On the 8th, Mercury moves into your third house. Now, Mercury rules the third house in the natural zodiac. So you've got all kinds of ideas, probably sharing them with people, possibly sharing communication with siblings. That would be lovely. The sun moves into the third house on the 20th, and your mind is filled with ideas. My suggestion is write a book, do a podcast, share your ideas. On the 9th, Jupiter, as I may have mentioned, moves into the third house and says, let's take trips. Your mind is open. You're seeing things um, from a much larger perspective. And you know what? Those ideas are very accurate for you. So that's the third. Now, Mercury keeps on moving through your chart. On the 26th, it moves into your fourth house, and you say, I want to stay home. I want to be with my family. Cool. Do that. Mars, the red planet, is what we fight with and fight for in that fourth house where it has been for a while. Um, you will fight for your family. I don't mean with guns. Um, your home and family comes first. Are you redecorating? Are you moving? Did you sell your house? Everything surfaces when it comes to home and family. Now, on the 17th, okay, on that 17th, Mars moves into your fifth house of fun and games. Children, if you have kids, they will demand your immediate attention now on themselves. If you don't have children, or if they've, flown the coop, um, your pets are still your kids. And this is quite beautiful. And so Mars does not have to be a warrior or war. It can simply be what you make number one. Okay? So let's talk now about the lunations. The full moon is going to be on the 11th. And on the full moon, everything comes to a head. It's in your eighth house of joint financial ventures. Got that? Second house, your money. Eighth house, other people's money in connection with yours. It deals with getting to the bottom of secrets because the eighth house is secrets. Um, it deals with astrology, with all the spiritual arts. And so it comes to a head. Plan all joint financial situations now because it's going to come to a head right around the 11th. And I say right around the 11th, depending on your longitude and latitude at the time of the full moon. It's in 20 degrees Sagittarius, which is expansion of truth. 2 weeks later, we've got a new moon. And as I'm recording this, we are in the dark of the moon. No energy, wait till tomorrow. Okay? So the new moon is in 4 degrees of Cancer on the 25th in your third house of travel, short distance, short time span, communicating. This is quite beautiful because you've got some great ideas and you're going to want to put them into action. So, happy June, and join me next month when once again we take a look at your forecast. Till then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.